Well, I read a rather interesting article. I'm going to attach the link. It's on bizpackreview.com. You're not going to have to look for it. It starts off with an interesting title, Embarrassing. Baltimore prosecutor ripped over botched arrest warrants in Grey's case. Well, it starts off by saying, well, Baltimore State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby, you know, the one that said, I heard you, it's your time, it's our time, it's my time, it's everyone's time. Anyway, it goes on to say, well, Baltimore State Attorney Marilyn Mosby is seen as a rock star in the eyes of protesters, decrying police brutality. Her efforts to get justice for Freddie Grey are off to an embarrassing start. Not only did the prosecutor appear to get it wrong when she said the knife Grey was carrying was legal, which disproves her statement that he was, quote, illegally arrested, end of quote. But it turns out her office actually charged two of the wrong people, according to the Baltimore Sun. And in the process, the lives of an elementary school cafeteria worker and a plumber have been turned upside down. There's an interesting link attached with Wolf Blitzer, and he's with CNN, and there's additional information worth reading in the article. So you see, it appears that the police were justified in their arrest of Freddie Grey. It also appears that this Marilyn Mosby is off to a rocky start. I told you what I think happened. I think when he was legally being arrested, Freddie probably resisted. An officer put his knee on his neck, not realizing the amount of force he was applying, and he crushed Freddie's larynx, his voice box, and he broke his neck. That's what I believe happened, which explains why Freddie Grey couldn't walk, because his neck was broken. Should he have been dealt with more delicate care? Probably. But there's no murder. There's no intentional murder charges should have been filed. This Marilyn Mosby is a 34-year-old wannabe famous. And now she is famous. And before this is all over, I think she'll become infamous. That's sort of what I think. We'll see how it unfolds. I gotta believe that the elementary school cafeteria worker and a plumber are going to be laying some significant lawsuits against Baltimore for having caused them the pain, suffering, and agony that they've been exposed to because of the hurried charges that were filed by Marilyn Mosby, who was ultimately responsible. I sort of told you what I think. Oh, what else did I hear? Oh, no. Yes, I heard that the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Burke, wants the Department of Justice, the new Attorney General, to come in and do a thorough and complete investigation of her, I guess the best words to use is dysfunctional police department. Huh? Yeah, they want all the arrests researched to make certain that they're all justified. Huh? You think maybe that this mayor is directly following orders from the chosen one, like when he said, have them stand down, let the place burn. And you know what? They did stand down. And you know what? The place did burn. What's going on here is Baltimore's mayor is setting the stage for nationalization of the police force across the country, to federalize them. That's what's going on, folks. This is the beginning. Can you imagine how these police feel when the mayor wants the entire police department investigated? probably not a whole lot different than the police in New York feel having that jackass mayor, Bill de Blasio. Anyone that won't use their own name has a reason not to use their own name. No different than Barry Soetoro. Huh? Yeah, or Geraldo Rivera. I think Geraldo Rivera was ashamed of his name. I think it was Fisher. Does that sort of give you like a Jewish ring to it? It sort of gives me like a Jewish ring to it. Huh? Yeah, he too is ashamed of his heritage and his name. He didn't want it to negatively impact his career. And it hasn't. But you know what? There's also some very famous Jewish stars as well. But we won't go there. And this wasn't about Geraldo Rivera. Now this was about Marilyn Mosby jumping the gun when she said that Freddie Grey wasn't legally arrested. Looks like he was. Looks like the knife he had was in fact illegal. Once again, I think it was an accidental death by an officer who put too much pressure, possibly unknowing, on Freddie Grey's neck due to Freddie Grey's resisting, arrest. I told you what I think. Let me know what you think.